has to be value on the things of God. There has to be value on the gospel. You must solicit value.
There really is no room for subjectivity in the word, unless if your opinion is aligned to the word of God.
Let's go to Proverbs chapter number 15, verse 4. A wholesome tongue is a tree of life, but perverseness of the what? Of the tongue is a breach. Is a breach in the spirit. So your tongue matters to God. The things that come out of your mouth, they matter. They are very important. They are what? No, I want you to understand this. If you want to understand this, you understand spiritual things, you have to learn what we are going to be doing in this series. Let's go to Proverbs chapter number 18, starting from verse 20. It says, a man's belly, right, shall be satisfied. It says, by the fruit of his what? So it's telling us that the mouth produces fruit. If the mouth is producing fruit, so it means that the heart is where the roots are. Because the fruit is that what we see at the outside. The fruit is that what we see at the outside. So it matters what we put in our heart, because we are, after just a short little bit of time, we're going to see it by the things that you say. The level and the quality of the intake of the word of God is seen by the things that you say with your words. The mouth is a revealer. You see, one thing many a times you will find, we are going to go into it when we look at the fig tree. You will find many a times you will find that there are people who talk what they are not. You can talk what you are not for a short time, but your heart, what you have deposited in your heart, will betray you and you will see it with your mouth. There is a mouth-heart connection. You can't violate it. It says, a man's belly shall be satisfied with the fruit of his mouth, with the increase of his lips. The frequency of the things that they speak about, the frequency of your confession determines what God is going to do in your life or your experiences. That's why confession is important. That's why we put a premium on confession, on speaking the word of God. Day and night. It says the more you increase, the more you are able to satisfy your belly. Your belly is referring to your life. We are a result of the confessions that we have made about ourselves. It says the tongue is the tree of life. We've already heard. It says death and life. These are two extreme binaries that are on the opposite side. The word says and the power of the tongue. You will find that the word tongue there refers to stoma. Stoma is the double-edged sword. So it means when it says double-edged, it means that it has two sides. The other side can bring life and the other side can bring death. It says death and life, they are in the power. There is power. Authority. Isn't you talk about authority? Power. Power of the tongue. There is authority. Your tongue is a sword in the spirit. It's a double-edged sword. It depends how you're going to use it. Some people kept on using the death side. When we are saying death, yes, there are certain things that we're just supposed to call to death. If it's sickness, we speak death over that sickness. We speak death over that cancer. We speak death over poverty. Yes, that tongue can do that. But many a times we speak death into spaces where we are supposed to speak life by the things that we say. And there are spaces that tongue is able to speak life into situations. Speak life where things are dead. It speaks life. Speaks healing. It speaks prosperity. It speaks blessing. It's a spiritual weapon that God has given you. The power of the tongue. It's a double-edged sword. Death and life, they are in the power of the tongue. But you treat it cheaply. This thing that is a sword. Read the book of Ephesians chapter number 6. It will tell you the only offensive weapon that we have is the sword of the Spirit. That is the word that comes out from our mouth. Saying there is death and life. in your mouth. You have authority in your mouth. They that what? I love this part. It says, they that what? They that love it. They that what? You have to love it. You have to. You have to love speaking the word of God. You have to understand it. You have to love it. There has to be a love in the things that you say. There has to be chemistry. You must love. When I speak words, they don't fall to the ground. They that are careful about it. They that are careful about the words that come out of their mouth. Remember, that's what God did. He spoke life. He spoke things into existence using words, because the tongue is responsible for creation.